What's going on, Sith friends? Darth Kimchi here. We are back with a Discord roster interview show. I want to welcome a good buddy, Joppers Mang, to the channel. All right. Joppers Mang, how do you say your name?
It's actually Jopers, man.
Jopers Mang. All right, guys. We're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna do a show. We've got Jopers Mang. Jopers Mang.
yeah, yeah.
All right, Jumpers Mang. He's answering the questions with Kimchi. All right, guys, let's have some fun. Sorry, we're going to go to the Discord. We're going to get the questions pulled up. So, of course, question number one is always explain your in game name.
Well, I mean, look, first of all, you can call me Juppers, man. It's totally up to you. But I guess the backstory on that is my name is Elliot Hopewell, and it's hard to make a nickname out of that. So my mates used to always struggle. And one time in a group chat, a couple of my buddies, we were just talking shit, and yeah, like one of them accidentally misspelt my name from Hopewell to Jopewell, and so they just shortened it to Jope. And then there's all these other gags and jokes that spun off from that, and so Jope is Mang. It just stuck, and here we are.
There you go, buddy. Like I said, I'm Darth Kimchi. I love Darth Vader, and I do eat me some kimchi. I'm half Korean. And now, Jopers Mang also loves that kimchi.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's go back to the questions. Of course. Now, of course, question number one, we just answered the in-game name. Number two, you're in a Rhodium 2. Explain that to me. Like, how is your GAC at your level? Is it as messed up as mine?
It's I look. I think like just like anything in life, when there's great risk, there's great reward. So sometimes I come up against accounts where it's Treya, it's Malagus, it's Lord Vader, it's JMK, it's JML, and it's just like I can't do anything. I can't even clear a wall because of the way I set my defense. But sometimes you get some good matchups and you take
Yeah.
down some giants. So it's good fun, but yeah, it can get pretty
Yeah.
frustrating.
I do love the competition, but when you're facing people with, like I said, I just faced 8 Galactic Legends. I mean, there's not much you can do. So, do you have to set a super heavy defense as well?
My technique with GAC is kind of originated from when I first started playing, just with the zones. Obviously, you can if you're undermanned, you can save yourself extra teams on the back wall on the south. So I kind of figured, well, if I get the strongest team in the game, put it south, that saves me multiple teams on the south wall on the back,
Mm-hmm.
which I can use for offense. And then if I just get an executor, chuck it on the north back wall, I can basically just place hot trash everywhere else, and they'll clear all those teams, get stuck on JMK, stuck on executor, and all I need to clear is two zones. And yeah, it really just comes down to whether or not they place executor, which I have a MAV counter for, and pretty
Nice.
soon we'll have um, first order, which I'm just looking forward to so much.
Yeah,
Have you ever done the malevolence counter?
no, so I don't even do fleet. Like I know you know me, I hate fleet. I don't work on fleet. I
Oh,
I
is it that bad? You
dude,
don't even play it.
yeah, I don't even play fleet. Like I get my opponent to where if they do clear the top, they can't like I haven't been full cleared, maybe full cleared less than a handful of times in like years. Nobody full clears me. So I put everything on defense to make it to where it just comes down to zones. I literally just clear the bottom zone and I win off of banners because I attack
Wow.
more efficiently. I may beat like one or two teams on the top, but we never get to fleet. If they clear my fleet, I let them have it, but I beat them off of banners.
Yeah. No, that's tough.
Yes,
I
sir.
suppose it just depends what teams you have.
Exactly.
Obviously some teams are great for defense, some
Yeah.
are really good for offense.
I can't wait to look at your roster, man. I do love SWGOH banter. I do love Discord calls so much better. I also want to thank you for the donation. Thank you so much. I'm just going to call you Jope.
Yeah, man. Sounds good.
All right, Jope. So you got to say something, man. Our good buddy is from Australia. So I want you to say, throw a shrimp on the Barbie.
You need to throw a shrimp on the barbie, mate. We don't actually call them shrimp here.
What do you call them?
That's a myth. Well, they're called prawns over here.
This guy said prawns. Say barbecue.
Yeah, barbecue.
That's awesome, bro. Huge Sith bump from Texas all the way to Australia. Another reason why I love Discord calls. This is awesome, man.
Well, I've actually got family from Charlottesville,
Oh,
Virginia.
that's cool, man. That's awesome. Yeah, another brother
But
from another
like
brother.
America's like a whole different. In Australia, we don't really like. You could travel across the whole of Australia,
Yeah.
and everybody's pretty much talks the same, acts the
Oh,
same.
wow.
I know in America, like you travel 2 hours south, and it's like a different world.
Exactly. Is it like here in Texas, there's cows everywhere. So is it like kangaroos everywhere?
No, not really. I
Okay.
mean, I suppose like I think the thing that would probably be confusing for a lot of people would be how like how underdeveloped it is. If you drive maybe an hour or two inland, it'll just be red dirt and nothing
Oh,
for
wow.
hundreds of kilometers.
Wow.
So yeah, you'll see a lot of kangaroos out there, but as for like the city and the surrounding suburbs, not really.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I'd love to see a kangaroo, man. All
They're
right,
pretty
guys.
dangerous. You wouldn't really
I've
want to
heard.
mess with them.
I've heard that. All right, we're gonna do question number 3. Is explain your fleet grind to me. What's your plan for fleet? Can you beat Executor, Profundity, and Leviathan? We'll look at that. You are ranked number 6. Great job. How high can you get in your fleet ranking?
So this account here, this was a day one account that I played for maybe 6 months and had absolutely no idea what I was doing, buying chromium packs with my crystals. And thank God for Arnold. Shout out Arnold, the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ,
Right. That's a
helping
yes.
me on my way. He
Yes.
inspired me to make my second account, which we'll get into. But
That's awesome.
yeah, just recently, obviously, with all of these absolute whale accounts that are in this shard, they all have Leviathan. So yeah, I don't know what their plan is, but there's one guy who has a Profundity, and the rest of the 5 are all Leviathan. So unless I can counter Leviathan, I can't get
Yeah.
in the top 5 anymore. So,
Wow. Fleet is now
but as for
just big
the
change.
yeah, it's horrible. I almost want to be in your position. But yeah, as for the grind now, definitely, well, because of those light speed bundles, I'll be finishing off Starkiller and then probably
Nice.
heading for Leviathan and
Nice.
the Finalizer.
Nice. Starkiller is a great tune. I feel like with the just the all this nastiness with Wackarina, how this just all changed. It's all about the GL nowadays. I think tunes like Starkiller, Jedi Knight Luke, if you're not going for JML, Doctor Afra, are tunes that are like unicorns. You know what I mean? Because everyone's chasing the GL meta. But they're great, amazing tunes. Starkiller, Doctor Afra,
Mm.
Kyle Kestis's.
Yeah, my Starkiller on my other account counters pretty much every GL that I've bought, except
That's
for
nice.
JMK. I probably wouldn't even try that. So
Yeah, that's nice. All right, so I'm looking at
I
your.
just figured it's the next logical step.
Yeah.
I've got a Freya team relic, and I need that Darth Talon.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, definitely
I
amazing
pretty much
team.
just upgrade wherever needs to be filled. Like I'll look at my roster and evaluate what the most logical step is next.
Exactly. That's how I love talking to people. Exactly. I do the same thing, man. So looking at your capital ships, you got Executor R8, fantastic job. A lot of people forget, we talked about this earlier, how hard it was to get Malevolence and Negotiator to 7 stars. You got them both. You got to get them. I know Chimera's great with TIE Fighter pilots. Home 1 is still good. But as far as like your plan, are you planning to get like Profundity, Leviathan?
Yeah, so for this account, because I have Malagus, I'll definitely be heading towards Leviathan
Yeah.
and the finalizer to counter Executor. So I actually don't really I haven't faced too many profundities on defense.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of the accounts I face actually just save that for offense
Yeah.
to beat the executives.
Yeah. So
So I'll be getting Starkiller, and then I'll be getting Kylo with finalizer, and then probably head straight for Leviathan so I can chuck that on
Nice.
defense with Malevolence or
Mm.
Negotiator, just to keep that tactic rolling of like blocking ships completely.
Mm. And I know it's easy to say what you just said, but the grind for all that is not easy with paying attention to your roster. Like me, I love Star Wars tunes. Like, I don't care about the fleet. Like, I want to be the only person, like in K2, with absolutely trash fleet. But yeah, I don't work
Yeah,
on
you
fleet at
might
all.
be. I logically I can't understand how that's even possible. Like I know that your mods are unbelievable, but like fleets have saved me that many times.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? There's so many people messaging me like, dude, you have no fleet, and I can't even get to your roster. I'm like, yeah, man, I just everything that's when you're saying like, Star Killer using. Yeah, people say that they use gas Star Killer on offense. I'm like, man, I wish. I have not used. I don't think I've ever used Star Killer on offense. They are they are no, excuse me. They are Grand Arena chess pieces for defense. Everything's on
Mm.
defense.
Well, that's the great thing about this game, right? Like
Yeah,
there's all, honestly got to be like a few billion different ways that you could approach building a
exactly.
roster, and
Exactly.
you've gone through the route of taking a very heavy galactic power in regards to your characters and not your ships. So
Yes.
you just have that depth.
Yes, in my roster. All right, let's go to your roster. I hate looking at fleet, so we just look through your regular ships. But good job with the grind for your fleet. That's a good mindset to have. It would make your GAX way more fun because you don't have to go so heavy like I do. Because I have to go heavy because
Yeah,
I know I can't clear their fleet. Like I have never looked at someone's. I've never gone to the top. Never. In years, I've never seen what fleet people have on defense. So, you know what I mean? I'm always
yeah, we're
bottom all.
opposites. That's crazy.
Yes.
Well, that's I forget who I first saw do this. Maybe it was AP Games, but the fleet only defense just made so much sense because originally I got executive for the crystal income. But in regards to like taking on giant rosters, yeah, there's been countless GACs where they've cleared absolutely everything because I think the difference between high Rhodium and where you're at is a lot of the guys that could probably, or girls, be in like where you're at in Kyber, they sink down to Erodium because they want to use their characters that they grinded 2 years for.
Exactly.
And so they save everything for offense
Exactly.
and they full clear me, but they can't get through Executor. And then they've got nothing on defense. And then I full clear them.
Yes. Just like how you said, there's so many ways. That's why I do love the game. There's so many ways you can play the game. You know what I mean? But yeah, I totally agree. it's oh wow, there's just so much to work on. That's why I just forget Fleet. I hate it. Do you remember back in the day when Biggs Darklighter used to rule Grand Arena with like Vader type, Vader's ship? I used to get number one all the
I
time.
actually quit when ships first came out. I remember thinking I was just like you, man. I was like, "What is this? I
Yeah,
don't want to grind these ships at all."
exactly. I was getting number one, and then once all this other stuff came out, I was like, you know what? Screw Fleet. I'm just gonna do what I want to do. I like to do whatever the f I want to do and beat people with double or triple what I have. Amen.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, man. We're gonna look through your roster. So 5.7 million galactic power. A lot of people just forget the grind in the game. 5.7. That's playing for a long time. That's grinding. Man, this the little bumps pop out in the back of my neck, man. So huge Sith bump. Thank you for playing the game that I enjoy so much. All right. So let's
Hey
go.
man, I look as someone. I think a lot of people maybe out there that have played this game understand that it's almost refreshing because, like Arnold always brings up, a lot of these other AAA games you play for 1 year and then it's reskinned and repackaged and you pay another $100. Whereas I've maybe spent like $20, $30 on this game in 3 years, and everything's still there for me every single day.
Yeah.
Whereas, you buy Call of Duty, you play for a year, you got to buy it again, and it's
Yeah.
a hard reset.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I get it. Definitely. I've spent a couple of thousand over the years that I've played, but it's definitely slowed down because of what's going on in my life now. But yeah, I'm barely paying anything. So let's take a look at your squad grind. So, like, I guess before we look through your roster and have some fun, Tell me your squad grind. Like, what are you working on now?
Yeah, so at the moment it's like I just finished up gas to try and like fill out that negotiator fleet because that was killing me for months and months and months. Just, Anakin just getting smoked pretty much because he has no tanks. So I just finished off gas. But now I'm heading into Starkiller and also finishing off like C3PO, getting my bounty hunters relicked. Just like
Nice.
some of the holes being plugged. I just finished up Treya,
Mm-hmm.
got those R3. So yeah, now it's
Nice.
just Starkiller, finish off those other ones, and
Mm-hmm.
then, like I said, probably just Kylo and Leviathan.
Mm-hmm. Nice, nice. So you got a good grind to it. What I always do, you do what I do. So what I do is that everyone should always be working on a GL, the prerequisite. So I'll try to favorite like two that I don't have the 7 stars, or once I have them all 7 stars, I'll favorite 2 tunes to work on the relic levels. But then I'll also work on 2 to 3 other tunes that are a great either non-galactic legend counter to a GL, or like a tune, like let's say like my Rolo, my you know what I mean, my Leia Rolo, making her even nastier. Just one nasty tune on a squad could make or break that squad. Do you do things like that?
Yeah, so what I've figured out about this game is I think what's been brought to light recently with these light speed bundles is that everything works in unison with each other. Like your Zetas, your Omicrons, your purple gear, your gold gear, your relic materials, everything works in unison in regards to its rate of progression. So what I'll typically do is I'll have in my favorited bar, I'll have like 2 or 3 characters that are within the purple range of gear,
Mm-hmm.
and 2 or 3 that are within the gold range. And other tunes that I kind of want to bring up a little bit in regards to their relic levels and
Mm-hmm.
just work on them in unison with each other so that I'm never really taxed or go over um, like with the materials that I'm using. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like Rex right there, he's
Yes.
been brought up. So
Dude, I haven't favorited, dude.
yeah, as you can see, this is the day one account. Or if you scroll down further, there's a lot of characters that are just randomly level 63, level 40.
I favorited
But
Captain
yeah, also
Rex.
in regards to
Nice.
the way the game works, those light speed bundles, like it's gonna take me like a year before I start relicking and putting on Zetas to those squads.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be stacked on gear, so
Yeah.
I'm not really too interested in trying to sit there and hoard stuff. I always want to be applying it.
Oh yeah, me, dude. I don't hoard nothing. I work on tunes, dude. I look at my roster so much, I think I'm going blind. Like I had to wear glasses. I'm literally just staring at my phone, just like trying to get those relic mats just to get them to the next. I work on my roster all the time, man.
Yeah.
All right,
It's
let's.
the same thing with modding as well, like with
Yeah.
recalibration. I just spent the last, I don't know, 3 weeks, 4 weeks on the Treya squad. And yeah, pretty much just like I just hyper focus down a team. Like I assign all my materials to that team.
Nice, nice.
And then when I feel like the mods are where they kind of need to be, like if you would look at like my JMK or my gas or my C or my Malagus, all of them will have gold tier mods.
Oh,
Just trying to
beautiful.
squeeze every last bit of juice
My
out of
man,
every
that's what
single
I'm
one of
talking
them.
about. I call that taking mods to infinity and beyond. Good job, mate. All right, so let's have some fun with your roster. All right, let's have some fun. This is the part I love about Discord calls. Okay, so show me something cool. Who are your favorite teams? Let's put them to the test versus Darth Kimchi. All right, so I guess favorite tune in your roster.
That is tough.
Well,
For
I'm gonna go
this
through a
roster,
couple. We'll go through a couple.
can you sort them by speed? Because I
Yes,
sometimes I get mixed up.
my man,
Sometimes I'll be out here feeling like a nooch,
my man.
getting old, forget which roster I'm on.
So let's look at your speed.
I would say probably for this account, I would say just the characters I put the most work into, like yeah, JMK, Ahsoka, C, and Gas.
Nice, dude. That's nasty. Woo, that's beautiful, bro. Beautiful. 365 speed cat. Mwah, that's amazing. All right, great job there.
And it's tough because I wish I could just prioritize speed, but you've cursed me with your attention to detail with modding. They all have the right kind of secondaries.
Yeah. All right, I got a little clap. Got a little clap for that. Speed, 365, that's beautiful. Health, beautiful. It should be no less than 80,000. Now, do you use your cat for Jabba's? I like a little bit more damage. Like to me,
She just sits on defense.
oh, see, I can't afford that. Like, I don't put any G. See, that's the same thing. Like you said, how how I do well. I don't put any GLs on defense. Like, yes, I put JMK on 3v3 because I was going against 8 GLs, but I saved them both for offense. So yeah, they are great for defense because no one's using a non-galactic legend team to take out Jedi Master Kenobi. I mean, well, unless not your squad. I don't think Padmes can get through that. But yes, they are great on
Yeah,
defense.
that's what I'm banking on. I'm banking on better modding and a well set out defense to like people. The only people that really beat me are the guys who obviously know the right counter and just have way better modding than me.
Yes. So I was looking at our mods now on the diamond, 27 speed. That's not easy to do. And down here, health, very nice. 26 speed's not easy to do. Yeah, that potency was offense percentage. That'd be the handle to your problems right there. Look at this cross. Offense. Let's see mods like this. On Infinity and beyond. 25 speeds, got some offense.
On all of these main characters here that I listed, I can't recalibrate anymore. Like, I've sat there and just saved and tried to get it to the point where I'm like, all right, I'm done, on to the next, just like you always say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's good how she is. Like, sometimes on the circle, when I recalibrate, it gets to like 175 of those calibrations things. Like, my Mara Jade is like that. I love Mara Jade, so my Mara Jade's pretty nasty. But yeah, your cat, she's good. That's a good a good cat, especially for defense.
Yeah, I'd say Kenobi and Gas are probably my two favorite, especially the Gas. But the Kenobi's also really good.
Let's take a look at your Darth Revan. Nice. 344 is a good speed. With Darth Malgus, that's a great speed. Do you put Darth Malgus on defense?
Yeah, so I've recently split up that whole team because Malgus with just like a Sith Marauder and a Sith Trooper, the tank, the pre-tonk tank, that's still going to draw out like a pretty hefty team, which hopefully takes away from my gas on the south.
Yeah.
I used to run him with Darth Revan and Malik just to try, but then it wasn't really getting holds, and so I figured, well, if I can take that on offense, I've got a Padme counter, which my roster isn't deep enough to tackle that easily, so I'd always struggle on that. So I use Malik to solo those Padmes, and then Darth Revan with Bastila can pretty much beat anything because of how fast it is.
Because Darth Revan on defense without Darth Malgus, you got bounty hunters. I'd eat them alive. I used to love that. I don't have Darth Revan and Darth Malik. I hated that meta, so I don't have them. I'm probably going to get them because I'm not going to build fleet, but I don't have Darth Revan and Darth Malik. I would destroy Darth Revan on defense because of the boss, the Aura Singh lead. And then with your Darth Malgus, I beat Darth Malgus with Dr. Aphra without Darth Revan and Darth Malik pretty easily on defense. So if you see someone with Dr. Aphra, just a little tip there. Let's see, Admiral Piet.
Have a look at JMK. I think you'll like him.
Nice, 331 speed on Admiral Piet. Very nice. Take a look at your JMK.
Yeah, you would definitely enjoy Malgus because I'm telling you right now, it's horrible. I get that's like the only team I get scared of, really.
Jesus. Wow. Okay. Thanks for the clap right there. All right, man. So that's disgusting, dude. 580 speed. That would piss me off right there. 114,000 health. Dude, I don't even know how that was even possible. That's the fastest Jedi Master Kenobi I have ever seen. That's making me even talk funny. That's ridiculous. What's his damage? He's only like 5,000 damage. Oh, yeah. And he's at 11,000 damage. All right. So these are some nasty. See, I hate light side, even though my light side's better than my dark side probably, but I refuse to put fantastic mods on JMK, but I do have great ones on him. 25 speed, I love that health. Okay, 27 speed. And you don't even have an offense. I thought you for sure would have an offense percentage in here in the diamond. Fantastic. Oh, yeah, right there. Mods like this to me are gold. Throw these into a pit. We'll fight for it. 27 speed, 5% offense, health. Beautiful. And then arrow, or excuse me, cross. Offense maxed out. Health, very nice. Protection's great as well. Critical damage, offense, health. Yeah, infinity beyond this one. I would try to get that offense to go up more. But his offense looks good. This is definitely a fantastic offense in the arrow. Dude. Yeah. This bastard. JOPE. Good job, man. This is a nasty Jedi Master Kenobi. Perfect. So
yeah, he's so scary. I don't even fear him. Like, if I see him on defense, I don't even look at it. I'm like, yeah, can't beat it. Move on.
How do you look at it? Yeah, I used to be like that too until I got Jedi Master Kenobi. I can beat them on defense easily. And then you don't run into Jabba on defense?
Yeah, I do. What do I do about Jabba? I think I just CLS out the other people, and then I just throw like the entire roster at it. I don't think I've killed too many Jabbas, to be honest.
That's fun. Yeah, dude, Jedi Master Kenobi, they eat through them so easily. You have your Kenobi's perfect for it. Your cat maybe R8 to get some more damage because it's Ahsoka and Jedi Master Kenobi that go to work. But yeah, they beat that counter so easily. All right, very nice.
Yeah, so, see this roster is only really about 5.2 million. Like I bought some of the Lightspeed bundles, which I mean I chuck them all on defense, but without any Zetas, they're not doing anything.
Your Sith Eternal looks perfect too. Almost close to 200,000 in health. With my anxiety issues, I had to get mine to 200,000. I think I had like 198 or something. Speed's really good.
Oh man, I've tried my best. I've tried.
He said, "I've tried." Let's see here. Special damage. Nice. That's a nasty Sith Eternal right there. A tip that I've just learned. Did you know that you can put him on auto where you could do auto where they use their specials or you could do just his basic? Are you familiar with that?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah,
and
he looks
he
really
just
good.
gains
Yeah.
I'd love to have my armor faster because it just gets smoked every single time I use it. But it's the thought that counts.
Dude, that's a beautiful diamond right there for Sith Eternal. Health, flat health, speed, potency. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. 19 speed, offense, defense. Defense is great as well. Here, maxed out health. Oh, tenacity, very nice. Potency. I tried to put a lot of tenacity on him because I was trying to run him with armor too. I just couldn't put enough on him. Health, potency, speed. Yeah, I mean, recalibrating this one to try to get some more health. Did you try to recalibrate this diamond?
Yeah, I think especially on JMK, Ahsoka, C, and Gas, they're all sitting at about 100 for each recalibration on all of those.
So both your Galactic Legends are fantastic. If you can, when you get to Kyber, save it. You'll have to save those for offense because they can take out every Galactic Legend except for Leia. I use Sith Eternal to also beat Jedi Master Kenobi. Sith Eternal, Wat Tambor, Brute Alpha is really all you need. Because Cat will disintegrate the Brute, and then Brute Alpha will revive the Brute. Are you familiar with that counter? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's tough because I don't have a Relics Alpha. The Brute, so
okay.
I can't use a Datacron. We'll get to Datacrons, but suss out the Gas. That's something I'm very, very proud of.
Let's go to Gas.
Because I just like you, Kimchi. I miscalculated my Get one currency and had to wait a very long time.
My man, that's what I'm talking about, bro. All right, so just finish off your speed. Speed is the way of the game. I think I have 8 non-Galactic Legend teams at 350 speed or more. So just keep working on that speed. Like, you know what you're doing. Just keep working on the speed. How you're saying, like, how you were focusing on what tunes need to be where at what levels. Same thing. Every level you climb in, work on your speed. Speed's the way of the game as well. Let's get out of speed. Let's go back. All right, show me your Gas. That's beautiful right there, man. Best modding. So he's on defense, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. When people say they're using Gas for offense, I'm like, man, I'm jealous. I've not used Gas on offense for years. He is a huge defensive chess piece. With the right Datacron, Sith Eternal fails against General Skywalker all the time. Let's take a look. And that's usually a
Yeah,
walk
I've
in the park.
recently changed how I use them on defense. Actually, the new Rex that just came out, I chucked that under a Rex lead, and
Wow.
then chuck Echo and the other one with Skywalker. So it just doubled the defense I have on the south.
So you're talking
And
about like
most of the
in
time I get holes,
like in three v
it's
three?
with the Rex lead. Yeah, yeah, only on 3v3.
Yeah, both Rexes with fives, right?
Yeah.
I've seen that. I think I'm facing that in Grand Arena this time around. Do you know the way to? Do you know how to beat it?
Honestly, not from experience, but
Okay.
typically when I play JC, if I'm not sure of a counter, I'll just look up
Yeah,
swgoh.gg.
I'll probably have to do that. So looking at your gas, fantastic. Protection, perfect. No less than 140,000. Speed, that's the higher end speed of General Skywalker. And then damage, right at, see, my anxiety's got to get that to 10,000. Got to get that. You're right there, man. 9927. Survivability armor's perfect, 65%. Take a look at some mods. Dude, fantastic. Flat protection, protection percentage, speed. Like I'm all things Anakin in the game. General Skywalker, Darth Vader. You know, Anakin. I would even. I don't know. I just love making my tunes just nastier and nastier. This mod just has so much potential. Oh man. All right, and then the diamond, my man. End game right there. Offense percentage, protection percentage, speed, fantastic. And then in the circle, my man. Offense percentage, protection percentage, flat protection, dude. Yes, very nice. Protection. Look at that defense, fantastic. 13.88% offense. Yeah, beautiful modding, man. Beautiful modding. Protection, offense percentage, dude. This bastard. Good job, man. Protection, speed, dude. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, something like this is done. Like I like to get to that point where I'm done with the tune. You know what I mean? Fantastic.
Yeah, it's a pretty satisfying
Yeah.
feeling.
Yes.
The only way that I got those rolls were just filtering through when they brought out that new system,
Yes.
where you can select exactly what secondaries you want, and then I would
Exactly.
just roll those until gold and
Oh
then
yes.
recalibrate.
Exactly. You know, before recalibrating, you know, I've sold so like I feel like Capital Games should get us a mod locker. You know what I mean? Because I have sold so many great mods that I couldn't, you know, you can't recalibrate. So I just love how the recalibrating is there now. I'm always recalibrating
Mm.
mods.
I'm sure they'll do that for like 9.99 a
Yeah.
month or something pretty soon.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
The Malagus and the fives are also very heavily worked on as well.
Let me look a look at Darth Vader. Where's your Darth Vader at? Good speed.
Well, you inspired me actually. I mean, he always pretty comfortably takes out Geos, but just seeing your passion for Vader, I felt like, you know what, I got to do him justice.
Yes, got to show him some love. And that's good. The speed is good. 273 is great speed. Critical damage, very nice. And you have critical damage mods. He crits nasty. Hits very hard. Potency, very nice. So much resisting in the game. I like a lot of potency. I don't care about health and protection. If you have to worry about that with Vader, something went wrong in that battle. Damage, 7,500 with critical damage mods. Yeah, is hitting hard. Potency, offense percentage, speed, fantastic in the cross. Critical damage, my man, that's right there. Yes, offense percentage. Those are the best mods. When I shop for critical damage mods, now that you can recalibrate, I do not even work on it if it doesn't have offense percentage and speed in the secondary. I just get rid of it. That's definitely a great mod right there. Those are hard to find. People will put critical damage, but they're missing the offense in the secondary, or they'll have offense primary on Vader, and you can get the off. Look at it, 6.4% offense in the secondary. I mean, it's 8.5 maxed out. So that's how you have
Yeah.
your tunes do maximum damage. Is also putting on the perfect mod. So good job there with that triangle. Man, very nice. Very, very good. If I could recommend anything, Dr. Afra, bro. AP Gaines was right. She's amazing. Brings him back to pre-nerf. His culling blades doing anywhere from 400 to 600,000 damage. His basics doing like 200,000 damage. He's disgusting with Dr. Afra. Definitely amazing. All right, let's see what else we got here.
Yeah, Vader's the OG.
Oh yeah, definitely the OG, man. I'll R9 him for sure. Mine's doing like 10,500 damage. All right, you said who else? Darth Malgus?
Yeah, Malagus and fives.
This
I think Malik was
bastard.
being worked on a fair bit, but
This bastard. F you, Jope. F you, bro. Just because
yeah, he's
anyone puts Malgus on defense, you're pulling my Sith Eternal. My gas is on defense. All my great teams are on defense. Darth Malgus pulls a Galactic Legend. That's the great thing about having good teams like this on defense, where your opponent has to pull his best A team or a Galactic Legend. Fantastic. Turn around. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Let's take a look at some of the stats. See,
yeah,
I
he's
don't even
he's
know
a
like how he
kryptonite
should be
mother.
modded. He should have the most health, right?
Yeah, I think it's just basically trying to get as much health and defense and speed, and nothing really else matters. Like
Yeah. See, I
the
didn't know that
counters are the
defense.
counters for
Yeah.
him.
70% armor, very nice. And then 278 speed is really good. The health is really good. Yeah, I can't stand Darth Malgus, man. I'd say I have to use Sith Eternal. It just disgusts me. So good job with Darth Malgus, man. All right, let's see. You said Darth Malgus.
I think five's got all my my other mods. I
We'll look
guess.
at Darth. We'll look at fives here in a second. Darth Malik. Do you use him to solo? I heard all tenacity mods is great for soloing. Very nice.
Yeah, well, I mentioned previously that the only thing that I would have him for was just with Darth Revan, and when Malagus came through on my account, I just figured I'll chuck him on defense, but they never really got holds, so
yeah,
I just split them up. That being said, Malagus hasn't got any holds yet, but the fact that I now have a Padme counter and Revan can just take out anything, it's made offense just a lot easier.
Yeah, to have that mindset to kind of split up teams, yeah, is definitely helpful as well. Tenacity's fan, 181%. Dude, that's disgusting. Very nice. Very, very nice. He can't be stunned, ability block. The thing to me is I would stun Darth Malik. I'd punish people who didn't have enough tenacity on their Malik. I would just stun him with either Aura Sing. Yeah, great. Fantastic. Yeah, I hate Darth Maliks like this. If you got into like in that 300 range, oh, that would just piss people off. A super fast Malik with lots of protection like that and tenacity, yeah, is disgusting. Let's take a look here. Let's go look at your fives. All right. There's fives. Oh, yeah. 4 defense, 2 health. Perfect modding. Let's take a look here. Perfect. Exactly what you want. No health. The main counter to 501st is CLS. With C3PO, it goes off of the health. So fantastic. You want that protection's perfect. Perfect. Speed 229. Let's see. Offense. Very nice. Right. See, I have so many anxieties. I'd have to get that to 6,000. Good job. Good job.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why I think, is he R8? I can't remember. R7.
He's R7.
Yeah, I think because I remember seeing on a few streamers who won't be named, some of their accounts, you know, they've got gas at R7 and the rest of the clones at R3 or, you know, maximum R5 for fives. And I'm just thinking, like, I lick my lips when I see a gas on defense that has an R5 fives. Like,
bro, exactly.
You punch through that so quickly.
Exactly. Fantastic, dude. That's good mindset right there. Exactly. You know, I can't stand that either. So people are like, you know, how come I'm not doing well? You know, I don't like to criticize people, but it comes down to that. You know, if you don't have your proper, you know, your Skywalker's amazing, but you don't have an R3, you know, Arc or Echo, it's just not going to work. To me,
yeah, Rex is pretty quick. I don't remember how fast he is, but I'm pretty sure he's pretty quick.
Better not be faster than mine. This bastard. He beat me by 2 speed, this guy. A lot of times, gas, mirror match, it could come down to how fast the Rex is. Because most people will mod their gas to where they kind of equal each other out. Come down to Rex. Good job with the speed there. 323 is fantastic.
Yeah, the modding on the other two are pretty lousy, but they're all 6-dotted mods and like hit once or twice.
Yeah. So the same thing is basically with just the higher you go. I know you'll work on the relic levels. Like your gas is great. 5's perfect. You know, maybe even R8. I might even R9 my 5s just because, like how you said, people just chew through their 5s. And then now that your 5s is so thick, they have to just chew through Rex. And that way it supercharges your clones. To me,
Yeah.
I have faced, when I was coming up in the levels, I always faced so many gas mirror matches. What made mine better was just I would mod mine just to beat yours. I can't remember the last time I lost a gas mirror match, but like I said, gas down on defense. Speed, I was looking at his speed. Echo speed, fantastic. People say he doesn't need speed because he assists. Yes, he does, but nasty echoes. When they're above like 260, 270 speed, they're disgusting. Clones go to work. Speed looks good. Damage looks good. He's only R5, so that's good there. And then your arc
Yeah,
trooper.
well, I think that's the thing when you're constantly facing, accounts that are way higher relic than you. You start to realize like which characters within a team are the most influential. And
Exactly.
my experience with gas was like I could drop if the fives was easy to drop, but the others were also like relatively fast. Then gas gets turn meter whenever they take a turn. So like if you drop gas and then you try and drop the others, but they're getting turns, then gas stands up quicker, and then it just becomes a nightmare. So I didn't want to skip out on trying to get them sorted.
I see. I didn't even know that. That's why I learned so much from the Star Wars Galaxy Heroes world. So the clones being faster makes General Skywalker stand up quicker.
Yeah, so every time they take a turn, um, gas will gain turn meter. So like if they're all really really quick and they interrupt your turn meter loop, they can stand gas up straight back like right away, and
Bro,
then he'll just start mincing your team.
Sith bum. That's what I'm talking about. That's why my Echo is fast. I think it's fast, definitely faster than yours. My Arc Trooper is faster. My gas squad's nasty. That's great. I'll probably make them even faster now because I know that. Fantastic, man. Yeah, your gas squad looks good. I like to look through people's factions. Let's go through Bad Batch. They're good. Like how you have them right here. That's taking out General Grievous squads. If you can get Echo and Tech to go.
Yeah, they're kind of used for like if everything else has been like they punch up so well,
Oh,
it's
dude.
unbelievable.
Just
I'd
like
love to
that.
have an relic.
Yeah, just like that is a max banner squad. When I was coming up in the game, when I built my alternate account, there was a pack to get them to like 3 or 4 stars. I bought it. It was like $6. That's a great team coming up early. Yes, it sucks getting them the higher level because they all need an insane amount of Kyrotechs, but it is a great squad.
Hey, I just want to make a PSA. Shout out to all the people that are not in America who have to play this game because I don't think you guys realize how expensive those packs are for anyone that's not in the US.
Dude,
Like
I
if it's
heard
ten
that.
bucks for you, it's 20 for us.
Oh my god, that is not cool at all, man. That's not
Oh man,
cool.
there's packs that are like $150. It's unbelievable.
Wow. I heard that. Like my great buddy, Excellence, who stopped playing the game, he was telling me about that. I was like, what? That's insane. All right, Capital Games, you got to fix that.
Yeah, well they're trying with the light speed bundles, I guess, but
Yeah.
I mean Arnold touched on this. He was saying that you just know something's around the corner and
Yeah.
like it's coming.
Yeah. Definitely. We're now looking through bounty hunters. So to me, every roster I look at, bounty hunters to me is a must-have. Like drop everything, like a team that you should build. So do you use bounty hunters? I mean, you have the Zemos
Yeah, so
Omicron.
I wanted to finish up gas just because it was like a double hit on my roster. Like I would be able to get up my negotiator finally.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a non-negotiable. I had to prioritize them, but
Mm-hmm.
I said to myself, like as soon as I'm finished with gas, to get that fleet ready and get an extra defensive team,
Yeah.
I was gonna work on these guys because, like you said, like they're just so versatile. Like there were so many times that I would have to try and instant kill like a Nest or a Malik or something, and all I had was bounty hunters. But because Mando's like gear 6 or something, like he just gets one tapped, and oh
Yes.
yeah, some tough battles.
That's why my thing with Darth Revan and Darth Malik, I was free to play back then. I just got Jedi Knight Revan, so I didn't want to go for Darth Revan and Darth Malik. I avoided them. They were always on defense. Old Republic was always on defense. So I've always tried to do something different. And I've built up bounty hunters to just obliterate Darth Revans. Do you face Darth Revan on defense?
Yeah, but I'll just take him out with troopers.
Ah, okay, yeah, I've done that as well. Because with your Aura Sing, this is probably like a 373, 380 boss, right?
Yeah, but if they get a turn, like I said, with the low gear, like they just
Yeah,
get chopped
yeah,
up straight
you are
away.
right. If they get a turn, yeah, they're gone. 306 Zemos is pretty good. I just
Whereas
had, yeah, go ahead.
with Imperial troopers, like if
Hmm.
you go to my Dark Trooper,
Oh yeah,
um, I think you'll find his modding kind of interesting. I don't know. Every time I see or think about this, I wonder why. I remember someone you recently had on had like a 300 speed Dark Trooper.
yeah,
And
which,
that to me just makes no sense
yeah,
because
exactly,
all you need is Fiat to go first or Moff Gideon, depending
exactly,
on if it's threes or fives. And so
exactly.
for me, my Dark Trooper is just 100% offense.
Yeah, I remember that person. I was like, man, that's kind of confusing because it kind of messes up the turn order thing as well. So we'll get to them in a second. So Bounty Hunter is fantastic. If I could recommend anything, or a Sing lead, even the way you have them, you could still like I have this counter down to where in the opening turns, like Boss taunts, Grief Karga goes, and then
Yeah,
his
you get the
first
instant
turn,
annihilate.
yeah, instant, yeah, that's a great team. I'd highly recommend building because when you get the Kyber,
That's next.
yeah, when you get the Kyber, fantastic offensive teams. You'll use them for Admiral Radis. Always on defense, always, and
Yeah,
they
is
get
that
he
the
just
counter?
yeah, oh yeah, easily blow max banners, dude. Because Admiral Radis is like 370, 380 speed. I'll disintegrate him before he even takes a turn, and then the rest of them is just easy peasy, easy counter. And
Yeah, they're starting to become an issue.
oh yeah, their annoyance. And I only have like Mandalorian like R1, Grief Kargas R1. Bosk is the only one that's like R5. That's it. And they max banners. Yeah, he never takes a turn. It's hilarious. Yeah, work on them because they are. So you do face Admiral Radis on defense.
Yeah, occasionally, and
Yeah,
like I don't know his kit that well because I mean, there's just so many kits in this game. It's
yeah, it
unbelievable.
is.
So
And Dark Troopers don't work. I mean, you can. I have beat them before because they get dazed. Like Dark Trooper will get dazed by Admiral Radis squad. So yeah, bounty hunters, max banners, dude. Ewoks, gotta show them love. Worst grind of all Star Wars Galaxy heroes.
yeah, agreed.
You bought the first order pack?
Yeah, I did for both accounts because I'm in. I mean, up until Malagus, my both of my accounts are pretty much identical.
Yeah.
Except on my other account, which we'll get to. I started with Starkiller,
Mm-hmm.
just because I love that team. I love using it.
Yeah, me too. I love
But
Starkiller.
I basically had the same issue for both accounts. Like I just didn't really like Malevolence is an okay counter, but it just
Mm-hmm.
requires so much luck.
Yes.
So I really wanted to get Finalizer. And there was some guy in my shard who just targeted me every single day at my payout for Finalizer. And I'm like,
Bastard.
man, if he can counter me 100%, like I need to get that
Yeah.
ship.
You definitely. Yeah, it's good to have those counters for sure. Looking at Galactic Republic, so we don't have to look at every single tune. Let's take a look here. Do you know about the Gidme squad with Padme?
Yeah, they're unbelievable.
Yeah, I use them all the time, dude. The funniest squad in the world. Because you'll get to a point where you'll always face Inquisitors on defense without Reva. Dude, they're full R7, and I have Cup like two shotting or one shotting sometimes. You know what I mean? It's Cup. He's modded terribly. He's not even relicked. He's gear 12. So yeah, Gidme for
Yeah,
Darth Treya.
I'll use Shakti.
Shakti.
Yeah, because I don't know how the true damage scales, but I just figured she's R7.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? Use her with like Clone Sergeant or whatever? Like, it's just pointless. So
For Gidme
that's
or
typically what I'll run. Yeah, I'll use Padme, Moff, and Shark.
it doesn't even need to be R7. Like Padme, where's R2? Padme, R2, Ayla. I say Ayla probably doesn't have a home right now. Ayla, dude, she's one-shotting tunes. When she gets like 30 stacks of courage, her, where's the Ayla and where's your Cup? Oh, Cup, level 20. I hear him, gear 12. Dude, he's one-shotting tunes. He has the worst mods ever. Yeah, because I have Shock T with my Jedi Master Kenobi. Yeah, it's definitely a great squad. Take a look at your Jedi Anakin.
I think he's pretty well modded.
Oh yeah,
I can't
he looks
remember.
good. Is he with Qui-Gon Jinn or Padme?
Definitely Qui Gon.
Yeah, definitely. This is great. Mine's like 319 base, so it gets like the 379 speed. Yeah, it makes him nasty. That's good speed. You want him that fast. Good job with the damage. Do you have a Cam, Kiadimundi?
Nah, so I've never been in a guild that's gotten any of those shards, so I'm
Ah,
just using that new currency to. I'll probably get him when I'm like 55 or
okay.
something.
Definitely. And since you have Luminar's Omicron, dude, Cam makes her deadly because it increases her damage off of her health. Dude, my Luminar is like one-shotting tune. She has over 12,000 damage because of Cam. Cam supercharges Luminara. Yeah, that makes that squad nasty. Qui-Gon Jinn, Luminara, Anakin. I think I have Mace Windu. It's an amazing squad. Let's keep going.
Yeah, they're filthy for sure.
Geos. Geos there. You still use Geos on defense?
Um, no, I keep him for offense
Okay.
because sometimes when there's low geared teams, that spy can just be such a game changer.
Oh, yeah.
And like they're not doing anything on defense
Dark
at that
Trooper.
level.
This is my great buddy Jay Chocius. Activate Dark Trooper. We both love Dark Trooper. Yeah, speed, that's where he needs to be at. I know they need certain Terminator. I think he should go like third or fourth on the team. That's perfect speed. He doesn't need more speed than that. His damage. Oh, yeah. 9,000. That's a nasty Dark Trooper. And he's only R5. Mine's R7. I may want to R8 him. I love Dark Trooper. He's disgusting. I've
Yeah, some
actually,
of the mods are pretty funny.
if you saw mine, I've
Like they don't
changed
have any
him.
speed.
I put all defense mods on him. I think with your Datacrons. I have the Datacron where he gets like 400% offense compared to his defense. Yeah, you have it right here. Right there. True allies gain offense equal to 400% of their current defense. I've used troopers to take out Sith Eternal on defense. When he does that triple hit, I took out Sith Eternal. Yeah, it's
Yeah, wow.
disgusting. That's a nasty, nasty Datacron. Looking at yours, good job. At least you built them. That's another thing I could recommend is that why I stay in Kyber 3, I always have double to triple the Datacrons of my opponent. I have a lot of them maxed out as well. I'd highly recommend that. So Piet. So you run Veer, Stark, Trooper, Piet, and then Moff, or do you use Range Trooper?
Yeah, no, so I'll use Stark with Vader typically just to get that extra offense or have a stagger for the Geos.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll run Moff Gideon, which is like, I guess it's a bit redundant because like Moff will reduce the turn meter, so Piet's speed is irrelevant. But
Yeah.
I don't know, there's just something about that comfort of knowing like when Moff Gideon has that first turn, like you just know it's a win.
Oh yeah, dude. I do love Moff Gideon. He's fantastic. He's only gear 12. I mean, I tell people all the time, 4 stars, 5 stars, you get him fast enough. He's still a great tune. 318, good job there. I have mine at like I think 350. But yeah, he's a fantastic. I love Moff Gideon. He's amazing, especially for
Yeah,
game man.
I used to have him as my fastest turn before I got any GLs or
Mm-hmm.
anything, but I've just pulled mods off him constantly because
Oh
I've
yeah.
never really had an issue.
Yeah, you'll move mods all the time. Ugh, I hate looking at Inquisitors. Oh, they're so tough.
Yeah, I don't think there's really anything left. On my
Cool.
other account, there's
You want
a
to switch
lot of
over?
different other
All
teams.
right, let's go switch over.
Yeah, I
Let's
think
go.
this one's pretty much done.
Okay, all right. You're a madman, dude, for working on 2 rosters. I cannot do that, dude. I quit my alternate because of Ewoks. It was Darth Noodles. I also need a lot of noodles. All right.
Yeah, it's definitely not easy. Some days I'm like, I can't be bothered, but
Let me show you real quick.
um,
I'll show you something on the roster because I'm working on. I just got Captain Drogon. This with Rolo is going to be disgusting. I can't wait to see what that gets on defense. See, I favorited Captain Rex. Marin's 7 stars. She's done. But then Datacrons wise, this is why I can hold where I'm at. All my Datacrons. I out Datacron
yeah, that's
my
ridiculous.
opponents all the time.
So do you just not do conquests normally? Do you
Oh,
just
dude.
like focus on the?
So I do Conquest just for Datacrons. I just learned that you could sim as well in Conquest. So like the round 1, the last round, I'll sim that over and over and over to get the Datacron and the currency. And then the level 4, the last round, sim over and over and over and over and over to get the materials to upgrade the datacrons. And then sometimes level 3 you'll have to do over and over and over as well because there is a piece that you need like 40 of. But that's all I do, dude. I don't care about the tunes. I don't care about the feats. It is strictly to build my datacrons. I always tell people
Yeah.
I highly recommend that as well. Right.
Well, how they've made it is so scummy. You know, at the beginning it was like the Galactic Republic kills and things that I think most players could be accessible to, and now it's like
Ridiculous.
use these 3 characters that we've just released, and if you
Yes.
don't have them, then like bad luck.
Yes,
so I just
exactly.
get like the 4th crate or 3rd crate and just call it a day because I just know I'm not going to be able to get any higher.
Yeah, I'm okay with just like the one below the gold. I'm okay with that. And like I said, it's just to build datacrons. That's what I highly recommend. What's that other ally code?
That is 212 288 933. Yeah, so this account I started when Arnold made his alternate account a little bit after, actually.
JOPE 2.
So
both in a rhodium.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, we're gonna look through your fleet real quick. Let's take a look here.
I think it's pretty much the exact same.
Oh wow, dude, you are a madman to do the exact same thing. The 2 rosters, bro. Dude, another sim. I don't even know how you even did that. Datacron wise, yeah. Oh yeah. 2 great ones here. Oh, I wish I had this one. Wish I had the one right there. What does it do for him?
Yeah, I'm actually stoked with the datacrons I've got. This is my Rebel one.
That's fair.
So I use
that one.
Yeah, I'd use that with CLS.
Oh, dude, I'd re-roll this one. I don't know. Maybe the accuracy could be good. But yeah, I re-roll all these of my datacrons. I make my datacrons filthy. Good job.
I just can't get the material unless I spend crystals.
Or like if your guild wins, yeah, you get them from the guild. Or or I'll spend them like in the store. I'll buy them from the store. Yeah, I want the hobo so bad, dude. I want that hobo. Tehran Malakos.
Yeah, that's got the repost for Starkiller, which just makes it absolutely disgusting.
Oh yeah, I agree, man. Datacrons, people hate them. Arnold hates them. I hate them. But you just got to work on them. That's a good thing. That if your mods are lacking, if you need that extra punch for a counter, Datacrons, what they're there for.
Yeah, I would recommend if anyone is listening at this point, 100% invest your time into them because you're probably not in Kyber, and if you're anything less than a rhodium, they're going to help you out so much.
Exactly.
Because basically anyone you fight is not going to be using them, and an extra 80% protection on a gas on defense is just going to make it
that's
impossible to get through.
Exactly. Like at swgh.gg, I don't ever scout my opponent, but I look at my defense all the time. And there are so many Sith Eternals that fail against my Skywalker squad, and Skywalker sits down. So I don't understand how that even fails. Like the clones go to work, but I see it all the time. And once you fail against Sith Eternal against gas with preloaded turn meter, that just could be your downfall right there. Let's take a look at and show me something cool in this roster. What should we look at?
I would say, I mean, I don't know. I think my JMK might be better on this account. I'm not 100% sure.
Your what maybe better?
JMK, Master Kenobi.
Let's look at your Mara Jade. She's on offense, right?
Yeah. So same sort of strategy. I'll chuck JMK and gas on the south, and then all of the resistance and first order unzated teams just sprinkled throughout, and then I'll have Executor on defense.
Nice. 351 speed.
And then everything else.
Fantastic Mara Jade. Yeah, she gets super fast. 351 potency is beautiful. With Palpatine lead, you're over 350, over 300 or 150%. Fantastic. That's beautiful. Damage.
Yeah, some of the potency on those mods are disgusting.
I start telling people all the
because
time.
as I was trying to re-roll them for speed, it just kept hitting potency. So
Oh, dude,
like there's
that's
potency
beautiful.
on literally every single one.
My man. Mara Jade, I said if you could date anyone in the Star Wars world, me would be Mara Jade. It was Bastila Shan before her. So I like to have her mods very well. I have a health secondary set, and I have more potency than people have with potency sometimes. I think mine's at 106% with just a health secondary set. Fantastic. Potency there, speed. And I say it all the time. If it doesn't have potency and speed in the secondary, it don't belong on Mara Jade. Fantastic. Almost 10%. Dude, 12.38% potency. Ah, that's beautiful right there. Fantastic. Potency, speed, offense, health, fantastic. Dude, 11.53%. Dude, she's modded beautifully. This is probably the highest potency percentage Mara Jade that I've seen. That's beautiful. Exactly what you want to be. For defense, like I use Wampa in 3v3 to solo Mara Jade, and that right there would worry me. That's fantastic. Good job, man.
Yeah, I've been very tempted to chuck her on defense. I might even do that this 5v5 with that Datacron.
She's good. If people don't have like Wampa, or just be careful. Like I'm trying to, I think I may have to R8 her just because a CLS squad chews through them quickly. When she's R5, the opening blows from a CLS squad could drop her pretty quickly. On swgh.gg, it's what I see is people will try to use Wampa first, it'll fail, but then they'll use CLS. I need to get her thicker. That's why on the Datacron for them, I would try something with defense, like just to make it to where they
Yeah,
can't
but
chew through her.
the reason why I would want to attempt that is I'll pull JMK off defense, use him for offense, but keep gas there, so they have to choose.
There you go. Definitely, definitely. Look at Cat. How fast the Cat on this one? 366. Is she faster? Right?
I think so.
I
I'm
think
not
she's
too
faster.
sure.
That's crazy. Yeah, she's thicker. More health, more speed, more damage. Yeah, dude, this cat right here is disgusting right here. That's a fantastic cat. Do you have health there? And you have offense there. Wow. Wow. Health, health. Very nice. That's a nasty cat right there. Take a look at the General Master Kenobi on this one. R8. Good job. Health. Dude, I think he's faster. No, the other one was 580. Okay. Okay, that's pissed me off. Yeah, usually I'm going to have to speed up my General Master Kenobi now. I've just seen two of them that just beat mine. 570 speed. Wow. Good damage.
Because that's the counter, right? You use another JMK.
Yes. To me, to beat JMK, I've either, well, I do use Sith Eternal sometimes too, but very hard if the JMK's nasty like that. But yeah, that right there, your JMK and Cat are taking out Jabba squads pretty easily. Yeah, that's a great team for offense. Oh, I love Dash Rendar, man. Love Dash Rendar. Mine's like 385 speed with the 20 boost. 345.
Yeah, I've tried to slow him down. He used to be up at like, I think the mods gave him like plus 160, and I'd never really use him because the rest of that squad just wasn't really fleshed out properly.
To me, is
so now I've dropped him back down.
They're a defensive chess piece. I've never used them on offense just because they pull Galactic Legends. Because if you get them to like I said, mine's 385 speed. Nobody has a regular tune to outspeed Dash Rendar. And if you don't use CLS to stun him, which people use CLS for my gas, you know, his Seeker missiles is deadly. I see so many Galactic Legends taking down my Dash Rendar squad. He is pretty nasty. Because most tunes just don't get up to that speed. You know, Rex's, they're using Rex for CLS or, you know, your gas squad. He's a great tune. Great tune. Let's see what else you got.
Yeah, I think my gas is modded better on this one.
Oh, is it? We'll take a look in a second. Star Killer. Oh, those are nasty mods. Perfect health. Speeds. Mine's definitely is faster than mine. I'm trying to get him faster as well. Damage. Oh, yeah. I love Star Killer, dude. When he's assisting, oh, yeah, he does massive damage, dude. Massive damage. I wish I could use them on offense. I wish, man. They're just a defensive chess piece. They're just so good. If you don't know what you're doing, you got to pull a Galactic Legend. They're a great squad for defense. Got to look at Darth Vader. 4 critical damage, 2 potency. Very nice. Potency, speed's decent. Damage, 7600. Very nice. I love Darth Vader, my favorite tune. So I guess let's see what other questions we missed. Like, keep talking about like, what would you tell someone entering your level? Give out some more tips. What could you tell me?
Um, I would say like there's kind of three separate games within GAC. There's the initial I forget what it's called. It's like carbonite and chromium. There's obviously those people who don't play, and Jedi Knight Luke's mods are crazy. Yeah, I think that first stage is just about building your roster so that you can even just play the game properly, like participate in the guild activities and just contribute and get yourself in a good spot because those guild rewards are crazy
Mm-hmm.
important, especially
Mm-hmm.
the raid rewards.
Yeah.
Set yourself up so that you can get yourself in a good guild, and then once you've done that, then it's really about building towards where I'm at, and
Mm-hmm.
then where I'm at is building towards where you're at. And I think to get past that first stage into where I'm at is building the right teams. Like if you get yourself into a good guild, then you can go for JMK instead of a Kylo or instead of a C or instead of a Ray. Um, Not that those GLs aren't good, but JMK is just the premier team in this entire game. So I wanted to make sure I got him first.
Exactly.
And then once you have that, like if he's on defense, if he's on offense, like it doesn't matter. No matter what you're doing in the game, like he's just so solid.
Well said.
And then from where I'm at to where you're at is just about trying to fill out those teams that are
Mm-hmm.
really effective but have been sort of lost in translation because you're always constantly needing to figure out which requirement you need next. And like I said, like I'm getting Treyer up on my other account, I'm getting bounty hunters up,
Nice.
and I can't wait to use them properly because I don't really use them as much because I just know what they're capable of. I know
Yeah.
what I should counter them with, and I know that if like that other team is, if I for instance if it's 5v5 and the Darth Revan team is just R5 R7s and they're all really quick, like I just won't use my bounty hunters because I know like kind of the threshold of where they're effective and where they're
Exactly.
not, and relics can be such a huge difference there.
Exactly. Well said, buddy. Dude, Jedi Luke is pretty nasty. That's good damage. I think you beat me. I'm like at 12-5 or something. Almost 13. Yeah, this way I love Jedi Luke Skywalker. I gotta get that to 13,000 too, man. That's great. I think Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker is a nasty, nasty team. I think to me, he's a slight little bit better than Gas. I think he's amazing. That damage is great. Speed is perfect. Do you use him with Jedi Knight Revan for the counter to SLKR?
Yeah, so another thing that I would give advice for is try and play within this, like, try and be relative with your upgrades. Like, I've been watching you for a long time, and you've spoken about this counter for Kylo for a long time. And so originally I got Darth Revan on my other account, and I figured, like, oh, I'll get the light side and the dark side Revans, and then like I'll get Malik, but then you just get caught up in all these other farms.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had Jedi Knight Revan just sitting there. I don't have Darth Revan on this account. Um,
Nice.
so
Perfect speed.
I've been working very, very diligently towards trying to get that Kylo counter down, especially now that in like 6 months everybody's going to have a Kylo. So
Exactly.
I actually really want to know your opinion on old Ben and Bachelor because I
Perfect.
just got them finished
I'll
for
tell
that
you
counter.
exactly how to beat that counter. So your speed is perfect. Jedi Knight Revan should go first. So perfect speed, 320, because a lot of teams out there with, Hux, it's all about Hux. Hux doesn't get that fast. So Jedi Knight Revan should not be less than 320 speed because Hux is going to get frozen by Jedi Knight Luke. He's going to lose his first turn. So as long as Jedi Knight Revan is fast enough around that 320 speed, you'll call Jedi Knight Luke to assist and take out Hux in one shot. With our Jedi Knight Luke, he drops in one shot. Fantastic. So perfect modding there. I would just say relic levels should be no less than R5 just because, he is pretty squishy. R5 should be fine. R6, he doesn't need to be R7. Basilishan and Old Ben definitely have to be relicked or you'll just lose banners. So it comes down to speed. So SOKRs, oh, that's good speed. Hold on, where's my calculator at? Because a lot of SOKRs, people are speeding them up. You do not want to be doubled up in speed by SOKR. So 265 with the squad that you're going to run, it's going to be 35 speed. It's a 300 speed Basilishan. So let's just say most SOKRs live in that 550, 560 range. So 560 plus 30, that's 590 divided by 2, 295. So you need to be 1 speed and 2 speed faster there. So that's good that you have her. There are some SOKRs that can get up to that 580 speed. So 265 speed is good. Try to have some potency on her. That's fantastic. She gets more potency from her kit. So she's beautifully modded. She's beautiful. Maybe R5, but she's beautiful because you have to be able to ability block SOKR. So Basilishan's beautiful. Jedi Irvin's beautiful. Your Jedi Luke is beautiful. Old Ben. If you'd have told me I would have put nasty mods on my old Ben and my Basilishan 2 years ago, I'd have been like, you're crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
He looks beautiful, dude. Let's take a look at him. My man, 255. So maybe a little bit faster on him. I like them, like I said, to not just be doubled up by speed. You know, it just depends on the SOKRs in your shard if you have to speed up old Ben. But look at that potency, dude. Mwah! Beautiful. Because when he uses devoted mind tricks, I always ability block SOKR and Hux, and yours definitely will. So, dude, yeah, yours is set up perfect.
Does it matter what speed the Hoda is?
Hoda? Oh, yeah. Let me see. Where's Hoda? Oh, there he is. People have him before Jedi Knight Revan, and I don't like that. I know it can still be done, but there's a certain turn order to that squad. Perfect. 301, maybe like 315, just because, you know, Hux gets pretty quick. Now I know when you use Jedi Knight Luke and you call Hoda, it will speed him up, but 315 if you can get him, just slower than Jedi Knight Revan. So Jedi Knight Revan goes first. He passes turn meter to Jedi Knight Luke. He freezes everyone. Then Basilishan's next. Then you're going to have Kylo Ren and the Stormtrooper taunting. She's going to give the middle ability, the buffs to Jedi Knight Luke. It's going to hit Kylo Ren unmasked to where he's in the yellow. And then Hoda gives Jedi Master's training, or actually no, Grandmaster Hoda gives Jedi Master's training first to Jedi Knight Luke. And then he hits really hard. Then Basilishan gives him the buffs. And usually Kylo Ren Master is gone. And then since he does true damage to tanks, he will one-shot Stormtrooper, the tank. I do it all the time, and your Jedi Knight Luke is nastier than mine. So definitely, like, if you need to, watch that show that I put out there. But dude, yours is perfect. Maybe R5 on her, R5 on Jedi Knight Revan, R5 on Hermit Yoda. But now again, with the Datacron, you might be able to get them the stats. I had them at R5 because, you know how before Datacrons had to be at R5? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, dude, your Jedi Revan squad is perfect.
I'm like 4 or 5 relics away from JML. So that's why I figured I'll just leave them at 3. Yeah. And then after maybe 1 or 2 seasons of 5v5, I'll have JML.
I get you.
And if that count is not working consistently, then either I'll just run JML and take it out 100% of the time, or I'll just work. Because I'm just like you, man. I don't really want to take Luke away from that team, especially when my Jedi Knight Revan team, like, I just use Yoda.
Yeah. Yes, I love that. That's why I'm not going to get Jedi Master Luke. I don't have any first order. I don't have any resistance to get JTR. So I'll never get JML, and I never want to pull JKL from Jedi Knight Revan, just because I do see SLKR on defense, and I just love that. To be able to beat a Galactic Legend with a non-GL counter, to me, is essential to your roster. But yeah, they look good,
I'm so happy with that timing, because I was already working on JML to go into Profundity, to go into Jabba. But now, looking at the requirements, it's far more beneficial for me to finish off JML and then go straight into Leia. And then either Jabba or Profundity. But I have a feeling that because of this Kylo pack, I'm gonna have absolutely nothing left for my fleet upgrades.
Yeah.
So I'll probably have to go Leia. I'll have to finish JML, then Leia, then Jabba, and then Profundity.
And then your Separatist squad, another thing I can recommend is because everyone has Separatists and they usually should have Jedi Revan. I used to put Newt Gunray on defense with Trench. Trench is trash. You don't have to get him. He's trash for Grand Arena. So I moved Newt Gunray back to my Separatists, and I can consistently take out JML squads. I'm in Squad Arena practicing all the time, and I beat JML squads with Jedi Knight Revan, Gas, Jedi Knight Luke, and JML with my Separatists. This is another squad I highly always recommend people to build because everyone has it. They beat JML. That way I can
I'm not gonna lie. I think my Separatists are pretty trash, like in terms of the modding.
Mm-hmm. They are good. Like your Grievous, too much health. I mean, I want to see too much health. I know you're missing the critical damage triangle. Speed, 240-ish range. Potency is decent when everyone usually has them at. But yeah, it just mod tweaks. Like this should be critical damage with health. Oh, that's a beautiful mod too, though. Potency, speed, but he needs the critical damage because you need to chew through all those teams so quickly. But yeah, future-wise, this would be a great team for JML. Let's see here.
I didn't know that they can take out JML. That's crazy.
Slay through Sith Eternal so easily, but you don't see Sith Eternal on defense. But dude, in Squad Arena, every single day, like I have my General Grievous modded weird. I have 4 health, 2 potency. My health is only around 130 something thousand, but my critical damage is like over 220. And then I put a Datacron on with more critical damage because it affects how hard he hits. I have 100% health steal on that Datacron. Oh, dude, I chew through JML squads a lot. Now I'll lose like B2, I'll lose like Magna Guard, but Newt Gunray, B1, and General Grievous are still standing. And that's taking out JML on defense. You know what I mean?
I think my 5s and my Kenobi on this account are filthy.
Let's see 5s. Fantastic. Yeah, right there. 5s like this are just pissing people off. Like you just have to go through Rex just because 5s like this are just nasty. Damage is good. Armor is really good. Yeah, my 5s is nasty too, just because of that. Great job with 5s, man. And who else did you say? General Master Kenobi?
No. General Kenobi.
Oh, gas.
Like I've tried. I mean, this is. I mean, from the day Arnold's account pretty much has been made, and I've just been on mods every single day, trying my hardest to make it as good as possible.
Yeah, see. Gas looks good too. I said a lot of people just make gas where gas is like, kind of equal each other out. It's just how your 501st does. Did you say General Kenobi? GK?
Yeah, GK.
I looked at GK.
I think he's got a couple mods that are like 10 plus defense on them and just heaps of health and tenacity. But he's still really quick.
Nice health, protection, speed. Yeah, 262. Very nice. 71% armor. Very, very nice. Yeah, I love that. Defense, health, speed, protection, health, very nice. 25 speed, defense, very nice. Sometimes I
think that's probably the most important thing to anyone listening that's struggling with getting through Chromium and trying to get into Rhodium is when you're facing teams, and I know that you know this because, like, God forbid some of the teams that you'd be facing would be so disgusting. When you're coming, like, most people would look at, like, I see mod advice all the time, and it's always just centered around speed.
Yes.
And sure, like, there might be another GK out there who's 280 speed or 290 speed, but that's nothing in compared to what it's coming up against. It's going to be hunted down so much easier. And then those mods that are 12 speed but have 8% defense, 4% tenacity, and like 8% health.
Yes.
That's when they're really like that mod there. That's a perfect example. Like, why would anyone want to hit a 14 speed health mod? Like, but because I've got 7% defense, 7% protection, it just adds so much value to GK, especially when all 6 of your mods are like it.
You're totally right. Like people will have like maxed out health, 14 speed, but they'll have like 30 offense, like flat 4 defense. You know what I mean? Like people just don't
Yeah,
understand
and there'll be like a
proper
crit chance
secondaries.
and an offense
Yes,
percentage,
exactly.
but it has like 19 speed, and I'm like, I would way rather have five
Yes,
less speed, but a mod that
exactly.
has all those other things.
Like defense. So same thing, like, exactly what you're saying. Like so many people have so many health mods with 32 speed, but then on GK they'll have flat offense, flat defense, and crit chance. You know what I mean? Filter through all your mods and see what the best thing for General Kenobi would be. Health percentage, protection percentage, flat protection, defense at 9%. Exactly. That's a great point. Exactly.
And those mods were all designed for him. Like, I didn't have a 25 speed mod that I chucked on him. I just, when I'm upgrading a character, like for this account right now, I'm a bit of a gray zone with modding because my JML mods are already done waiting for him. And I don't really care about like some of the other mods that I have to work on for the remaining upgrades for JML. So I've got to figure out who at some point. It's probably going to be Leia and R2. But I'll look at like whatever's in front of me and I'll just go through all of the mods because everybody has like hundreds of mods they're not even equipping.
Exactly.
And you just cycle through those and figure out like, okay, well, this one's currently the best for this character.
Exactly.
And I'll just have it green and upgrade it whenever I can. And then by the time that character's R7, you've got, what you're looking at here, where it's a couple of blue, a couple of purple, 6-dotted mods, and they're ready to go. Whereas, like, with these kind of characters, like JMK and the main people like Gas and Ahsoka, that's when you can sit there for an extra few weeks and continue putting your resources into it.
Exactly. It's all, yeah, you're totally right. Proper modding, proper secondaries. We both have Jedi Master Kenobi. What makes mine nastier than yours? The mods and the secondaries. Like this right here is beautiful. Offense percentage, defense at 12%. Defense makes protection up thicker. It makes you hit them more like a noodle. That's great. Defense, flat protection, speed, proper modding. People will have, like I said, crit chance, flat defense. You know what I mean? And then they work on that mod. They take that mod to infinity and beyond. And to me, that's not an end game mod. You'll eventually have to sell that mod. I've sold so many mods that are just garbage secondaries just because of my knowledge and not knowing mods earlier on in the game.
Yeah, and like it's tough. Especially on like I see some of those GK mods with 9 speed, and it's like, man, like I wish I could get that up to 15 or 20.
Nah.
But at the end of the day, like the speed is only really going to be impactful for maybe 1, maybe 2 people in that entire team.
Yes.
Most of the time, people are just sponges for damage for other characters.
Exactly. It's not just all about speed. And then with Wampa, I have perfected my Wampa. I can auto Mara Jade on defense. Let's see here. Health, fantastic. What is your Wampa used for mainly? General Grievous?
It really depends, like, because I'm so obviously 1 GL and like he's on both accounts. They're both on defense, but for my other account, C's on offense, which I'll typically use against a JML. But I would does Grievous 3v3 JML?
I've never tried it. I don't. That's what I'm saying. 3v3 is so much harder to like counter GLs. I would try it with maybe like who would be the trio? Would it be Newt Gunray, General Grievous, and like B1 or you know what I mean? It's just I think with 5v5 you need all 5 of them. In 3v3, I just don't see that working. That's why it's so hard.
Well,
to
I mean that's obviously what Capital Games wants. They want to be able to, split your entire roster into. I mean, it's you can't really knock them because it's all about making money, and they're doing so great at that. But it can definitely be frustrating for low spenders, relatively like people like us who aren't spending 50K a year on this stuff because every time 3v3 rolls around, I just get like it. I just get overwhelmed by the accounts that I face. Like they have, it's just so much more than me. But Wampa's usually used for, it really, yeah, it just depends. Like if they don't have any GLs, I'll use him for like a Grievous or that other Imperial. I forget her name. She's the one with the Omicron.
Oh,
That's
Iden.
really,
Oh yeah, she eats through Iden.
yeah.
If
I'll
you
use that or C. I'll take out the others and then just two shot it.
if
I
you
like to keep him as sort of like an ace up the sleeve. Like he can
yeah,
pretty much kill anything. So
I do love Wampa. If you move him on the Star Killer, because I've faced Star Killer so many times and I've made so many mistakes, he needs more speed. Because your Mara Jade, like I said, Mara Jades are so fast, they will double him up. She will take 2 turns before he can even get to Icebreaker, and he'll fall. He can't survive because your Star Killer will assist in the damage that he's doing, and then Palpatine doing damage. There's no way he can survive. Get him to like 250 speed to not be doubled up, so he can get to Icebreaker. You'll beat Mara Jades easily. Potent.
yeah, see, it's interesting because the way I've sort of built my rosters is in regards to consistency on defense. Like if there were way more Lord Vaders out there, I'd probably have a bounty hunter team that can take him out. But there's just not that many. There's so many JMKs, and luckily enough, JMK is so good that he just becomes irrelevant. Like if he's on the south wall, I just won't attack any other team on that wall, and I'll just focus everything on the north wall. And typically, you won't see like if you use Wampa for Starkiller, I would just use CLS. But then if they have a gas in the same wall, then I'll just use Jedi Knight Luke.
Yeah.
I don't know if that counter works, but I would assume it would do a fair bit of damage either way. And then I could just use bounty hunters to take out gas if he's by himself. Yeah. So I've never really run into an account where I'm sitting there thinking like, oh man, like there are multiple teams here that I only have one counter for, and I need that one counter for the other team. Typically, I'll be like, okay, I can take this wall out, but it really just depends on their fleets at the end of the day.
I definitely agree. Man.
Unless they just save everything for offense, which I don't blame them. You know, like I've sat there and wanted to use JMK for the last year, but
yeah, you do have 2 great accounts. So since I definitely want to show you a couple of things, kind of what goes on, so you get some tips for climbing higher.
Because I'm probably knocking on the door of Kyber for both of these accounts.
Yeah, I think you are too. Definitely, you could jump up quickly. So I'm gonna attack in this round here later on today, but round 1, he said he has all 8 Galactic Legends. Like I don't know how Capital Games think this is my true peer. 5, 6, 7, 8, all 8 GLs. Datacrons were lacking. I out Datacron him. My mods beat him. But we had a cool conversation. Like this dude kept messing me like, dude, like your roster's whooping my butt. 3 times better fleet. But at least I had a chance because of my defense. Oh.
Yeah, that's what this game's all about. I wish they had a better UI system within the game so that people could actually communicate with each other.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. Like, he was like, dude, like you just kicking my butt. So this is how it always happens, dude. Always. They take the top, I bait them to the top, and I just clear the bottom. That's how I win. I'll beat a team up top. Barely beat me as 8 GLs. So up top is where he made all his mistakes. So great teams for defense are gas. With the Datacron, I really want to see if he used Sith Eternal. He had 5 GLs for offense. He had put 3 on defense. This team right here shocks people. Like I got it from Zareth Prevails. 330 speed Shock T, 400 speed Echo, 330, 340 tech, 3 holds. 2 holds on gas.
Bro, you're making me not want to go into Kyber, man.
Dude,
that sounds crazy.
I think like I have one of the nastiest defenses in Kyber. Kyber, they'll put like 3 GLs on defense and put hot trash around it. All my teams are nasty. 360 speed Tusken Chief Chain. This is a difficult team with a Omicron on Raider. That's a nasty team. 3 holds, 2 holds on Qui-Gon Jinn. He used a GL down here. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 squads. most people like us, we don't even have 11 squads for offense. So if I faced anyone lesser, that's it. There is no way he'd even go to the bottom. All this is on defense.
Yeah, well, I've been in Erodium since about 3.2 million, and it's just been one hill after the next. And now that I'm entering Kyber, these are the sorts of issues that I'm going to be faced with, and
it's probably like this. You're going to have to put everything on defense and save your Galactic Legends for offense. Like a nasty Datagron for defense with CLS. I heard my great buddy Xavier. I faced Xavier from my Discord, and he was like, dude, he couldn't even get through my front wall, and he had more GLs, more fleet. He fractured.
Yeah, wait, let me have a look at your let me see. We'll do a little JOPE v Kimchi here. I don't know. I guess I would have to. How fast is your Han? I wouldn't be able to take out Kenobi.
Yeah, this right here, he used a GL for. I put this down just because he had 8 GLs. So this would be a pain because yours is on defense. You couldn't get to the bottom wall. This is like a 420 speed Mara Jade.
Did you scout your opponents and figure out kind of like, okay,
never scout.
They don't have this counter, so I should post this on defense?
I never scout. This is the same defense I use every single time. I never scout. I think it's cheating. I'll only check my defense. It's just having so many teams like this that people just can't get through. This team right here is deadly. 351 speed Sana. She's doing like 15,000 damage one-shotting because of her AoE. Deadly team. This team holds the line for me. This is a 385 speed Dash Rendar. Han's shooting first. 315 speed CLS with 200% tenacity starting off. None of them can be debuffed. This is what happens every single Grand Arena. Nobody full clears. The back walls.
Yeah, I almost don't. I don't want to make Kyber now. That looks horrible.
Kyber is horrible. I'll show you 5v5. Just that way you kind of be prepared on what you'll have to be basically doing. Because like us, we can't build enough Galactic Legends. So same thing. Up top, everything good goes on defense. Gas. This is just garbage trench. I've now changed this up. This is on offense now. CLS. Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah, I could take out that wall except for maybe Qui-Gon. I mean, I'm not too sure if like I would CLS your gas. I don't know how that would go, but based off your modding, probably not very well.
Because I also put a nasty Datacron on them, like CLS fails, Sith Eternal fails. Looking at swgh.gg, I've actually totally changed up my defense, but nasty Datacron. This is a nasty
that's the thing.
team.
Anyone that's in a predicament, like, I mean, I guess anyone that's good is facing bigger accounts. This is a perfect example. Like, I have the counter to all of these teams. I would use Jedi Knight Luke on the bottom team. Then I would use my Star Killer on your CLS, and I'd use CLS on your gas. That should work. But if your relics are all high and them well modded, like, if I lose that battle, I lose the Grand Arena.
Exactly. I've told people already, one mistake, and it just messes everything up. And then this right here, you said you use what against it? Jedi Knight Luke?
Yeah, I mean, that's all I would have left, unless Star Killer's better, because I could just interchange both of those.
And that's why I put, like, same teams. Like, people try to use gas here. They can't use gas for this. They'll use CLS here, so they can't use CLS for my Mara Jade downstairs. It's just all about putting the right teams. Like this team, nobody has one-shot this team. If they have, it was a Galactic Legend. Nobody is used. Like, I check swg.gg. No non-GL team has beaten this team. Because this is 379. This is 360-something speed.
That's gross.
Yeah, and then people underestimate her. Double Omicron, you have her Omicron. She's one-shotting tunes because of Cam. And this right here, what is it, Jedi Council? Galactic Republic Jedi allies with a support or healer role have an additional offense equal to 10% of their max health. Luminara's one-shotting tunes. That is just underestimated because of Bad Batch.
What's your bottom wall?
Like, Bad Batch could usually beat that, but that's why he's so fast, because of Echo can't outspeed my Anakin. And then bottom wall, I was saying, everyone throws everything up top, and then bottom wall, You've got Star Killer. So where are you putting CLS? Up top or down below? You know what I mean? And then this team right here just holds for me. I have Grandmaster Yoda because I don't have a tank, and I don't use him with JKR anymore. He completes the Omicron for him.
Yeah, see, I don't think I could clear a wall. I mean, if I had my entire roster, I could probably clear your top wall, and that's about it.
Yeah, and that's how I win. So just for your, you know,
but that's the thing, Kimchi. That's the thing. If I cleared your top wall and I cleared your ships, you would have to clear my top wall and clear my ships and clear my bottom zone.
No, I'll show you, because I don't ever clear the top. I just clear the bottom and a couple teams on your top, and that's how I win off of banners. So I'll show you my offense in a second.
Oh, okay.
This right here is deadly as well.
So I would have nothing to hold you on defense. I would need my entire roster just to clear your top zone.
And that's what just helps me. Like this right here pulls Galactic Legends, and my back wall's pretty good, but I'll show you about the offense. I think I've done a show on, like, this is what your offense will look like when you get to Kyber, because like I said, nobody's prepared. See how I practice every day in Squad Arena? This beats JML squads. Nasty ones with Gas, Jedi Knight Luke, Jedi Knight Revan, and I still beat them, which people will not do that in Grand Arena. So offense.
Wow, this is it, right? This is it right here, people. This is the inspiration.
Exactly. This is the offense you're gonna use. This is deadly. Beats JML, Sith Eternal, and SKs. Beats all of them. Dr. Aphra with Vader, I beat Darth Malgus. If you don't have Darth Vader and Darth Malak in there, dude, I easily beat them. I'm going to try them with Darth Vader and Darth Malak to see if that works. This beats anything General Grievous, First Order, Sith Eternal, SK easily.
Can I see your fleets? Just out of curiosity.
Oh yeah, dude. You want to see you want to feast your eyes on the worst fleet in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes?
Because I can't believe that you're only 6.3.
Dude, feast your eyes. Hot as trash.
Wow.
Hot trash, dude. Defense, defense, defense. That's it. I sit the best three and forget about it. I don't care if you full clear it. There are sometimes people mess up and have to take 2 to take Negotiator down. I'm like, cool. You just help me out with more banners. And back to squads. This is what your office is going to look like. And then for getting, I think it was Dash Rendar or Dr. Aphra, Hondo's awesome. This beats Mon Mothma easily. Beats Bugs easily. These two will drop, supercharging Hondo. My Hondo's undebuffable, hitting for like 200,000 damage. This is for your bastard Malgus. Malgus, Rey, JML, Jedi Master Kenobi, Sith Eternal. Best 2 offensive Galactic Legends. I beat, because usually you're not going to see more than like 2 GLs on a wall because people need to use them for offense. So these beat all the Galactic Legends. Jabba, Malgus, Rey, Lord Vader, Jedi Master Kenobi. These 2 beat any Galactic Legends you put on your walls. And then SOKR, easily. Admiral Radis, if they don't get so fast, great, great squad. If they don't put Radis on defense or SOKR on defense, I take away Hoda, put him with Hondo. I'll put Jolie. This beats any B squad you're putting on defense. Admiral Radis, always on defense. Darth Revan, Darth Malak, always on defense. Max banners.
Is the R7 on Zam just for the stat bonuses?
Exactly. Just for and just because of Lord Vader, his prerequisite, that's it. But boss, look at Grief Karga. R1, R2, R2, max banners. And then beat what they outspeed. Max banners. Like these 3 squads are giving me max banners on whatever you're putting on defense. Any B team, any low A team easily beats them. And then Gidme for Inquisitors. I love seeing Inquisitor on defense. It's so funny beating them with a trash R2, a trash Cup. Like Cup has the worst stats out of anyone that you've ever seen. 192 speed, only 2,500 damage. One-shotting tunes with like 30 stacks of courage. Cup is disgusting. Like this is the offense that I'm using to beat everyone with. Pretty shocking, right? That's it, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I wish you could have the time, Kimchi, to make another free-to-play account. that, well, I just wish that the game was able to be played at lower levels. Like,
Yes.
unfortunately, before they made the adjustments with GAC, if a team was relicked, it didn't matter if you had the counter. Like, they would just beat you anyway. So
Yes.
it would be awesome to see you, like, because I think that's the main thing that's missing with a lot of people with their approaches on educating people on this game, is that really all that matters is the counter to what you're trying to beat. And because there's so many teams, you don't really get to playing the game properly until where you're at. You know, you see a
Exactly.
defense and you go, okay, I'm going to use this here and that there, and
Mm-hmm.
you have counters for everything. But I think like what I focused on was a variant of that, in the sense of, okay, well, what's the most common teams I'm going to face?
Yeah.
That's why you build a Vader, so that you can always kill bugs. That's why
Exactly.
you build bounty hunters, because everyone has Darth Revan.
Darth. Exactly. Exactly.
Not many people are relicking, Rolo and Wedge and Biggs and chucking them on defense
Yes.
randomly.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the requirements, and there's always going to be counters to those requirements.
Exactly.
So it'd be awesome to see you create another account if you can ever get the time,
Yeah, I know it'd be
to
great. Look at.
build through that, because it really doesn't take that much time. You just need it set out properly,
Mm-hmm.
like with your tabs within your farming schedule. Like,
Exactly.
when I log on, I just go through the dailies, and then when I have my remaining energy, well, I farm before I use my remaining energy, but I'll go through a tab and just go bang, bang, bang. Those are farmed for the day, then jump off.
Exactly. I do
So
the
it
same
only
thing.
really takes about 5 minutes total.
Mm-hmm. And then look at this opponent. He's got 4 GLs, way better fleet, Leviathan. I out Datacron him. And this is what you see on defense. They have 4 GLs, great fleet, but they don't have core to back up their GLs. So they have to save all their GLs for offense, and then put hot trash on defense. So he's got JML downstairs, which I'm going to eat alive with Sith Eternal. Sith Eternal easily beats that. See, look at the hot trash he has on defense. And then
Yeah.
he hasn't even gone. Like, he has more than me. Everyone, dude, everyone waits for me to go first. Like, he's gone. Let's see what he's done on defense. So here, same
I'm
thing.
not sure if you've seen Nooch's friend. I can't remember the guy's name, but he has like Relic 7 plus Ewoks.
Oh,
And
that's
he was
awesome.
saying about how, like, they would throw GLs at it and they still couldn't beat it because of like the turn meter recovery mechanics that they
Yeah,
have.
exactly.
And I think that's another important thing to note, is that, like, you can go my route and, get Executor, one of the best fleets in the game,
Mm-hmm.
where like Negotiator and stuff, if you want to counter it, you need to over level.
Yeah.
Because obviously all of these things have specific requirements attached to them. Like, I need to get my Mando up so that it doesn't die, like the
Mm-hmm.
ship doesn't die as easy.
Yeah.
But anything can really counter anything. Usually, like, there's some things that are direct counters towards each other. Like
Mm-hmm.
Geos, I don't think, no matter what the relics, could beat a Traya if they're
Yeah.
relicked.
Exactly.
But if you have like a particular faction that you really love, go on Relic 7 all of them, and I guarantee you that whatever that counter is, just like that guy's Ewoks. Like, I don't know what I would use to counter Ewok. I
Yeah.
usually use Nest,
Yeah. Me too.
but
Everyone.
that's because they're all gear 12.
Yeah.
They're very
Exactly.
low relics if they are relicked, and so I don't think my Nest would come close to
Mm-mm.
beating a Relic 7 Ewok
Every,
team. I'd need to pull a Star Killer or something.
Everyone fails the Ewoks. It's cool that I'm seeing him attacking. So look, 5 holds against Tuskens. 5. So he didn't use 5 crappy teams. He used 5 great teams. And the 5th team could have been a Galactic Legend. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Already 10 teams. Who has more than 10 teams? You know what I mean? So I'm be interested
Yeah,
to see if
and
he can
that's what
even
you've
get through
done.
that. Yeah.
You've literally done that. You've looked at the teams that are actually on defense, and you've gotten them to an appropriate relic level that requires a appropriate relic level counter. And like, I don't even know what I would use against like that second bottom team. Like that's a new team. I don't think many people have
This
the
right
counter
here,
down for that.
dude, that
Yeah, it's
right
like
there.
once
Oh man,
a team has been
amazing.
out for long enough,
Mm-hmm.
people develop the counter and they
Yeah,
work on the appropriate relic levels. Like that's why our gases would get holds because most people would have their CLS. Like I don't want to name names, but I would love to face some content creators in GAC because like
exactly,
their gases are just not going to be able to
exactly,
get a hold whatsoever, and that's like what they're counting on, simply
exactly.
because it's gas. Whereas yours, I'm literally fearful of fighting your gas because I feel like as soon as I lose that battle, the whole thing is
Exactly,
pointless,
and
and
that's
that's
what,
just one
and it
of
happens
10 battles
all the
like that.
time. Sith Eternal fails, then you got to lose something great. He's already on the third battle. So I'm saying I let them have the top. This happens all the time, dude. So you finally got through the top. You can have the fleet.
Have you ever pulled it all off defense and just gone full offense?
Oh no, I've never put a shitty defense down. I've always set super heavy. So he'll clear that, not a problem. But because of all those fails, I'll just clear the bottom, no problem, and then just win off of banners. Unless he has a GL back there, which I'll just clear the bottom and the top, and I'll win off of banners. There's no way with him using all those teams, he'll come close to even getting through the bottom wall. So just what happens all the
Yeah,
time,
wow.
All right, man. It's
I
been
mean,
like,
it just goes to show you what kind of effort people like Arnold need to put in.
yeah,
And I know that, he gets a bit of a pass and some leniency because like of the money he spends, and
yeah,
I'm sure a lot of it's tax deductible, or it can be
right,
a write off. I see you, Arnold. I know what you're
right.
doing, bro. But at the end of the day, like going through that many battles is such a chore.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes I like losing on the first battle and just going, all right, whatever.
Yeah, right. All right,
Like you
Joe.
say, Chromium, that's the land of
It
fun.
is. It is a land of fun. Man, we've been talking for like almost 2 hours, man. I love the banter, but I kind of get at a little. Miss Kimchi's already been bugging me, but that's it, man. Let's hope, just seeing what I go through has helped. This was a great. I love the chat, man. I love just hearing someone else's voice and hearing the game mind that goes through your mind is awesome, dude.
Yeah, we're all going through the same thing, man. And remember that gas tip because that is like the most important. That's got to be the most annoying aspect that I've ever encountered with that fight with him is if those other 501st are really really good, then it just makes like if he's really good and fives is really good, that's hard enough. But if those other
Exactly.
ones are also really crazy, like and you can't drop them and then they get a turn, then gas gets back up. Like
Yes. Exactly.
it's a nightmare.
Exactly. Well, Joe, it's been
I
amazing.
appreciate it, man.
Not a problem, buddy. Like I said, more shows to come. Like I said, more Discord calls. And I'm also gonna do like other shows where, if like you know something really well, we'll do a show on like how we talk about mods. Not just doing roster review shows, but other shows as well. And then having you on again. You know what I mean? It will definitely be amazing.
Yeah, man, I'm down. I think that's what's missing in this community is a whole lot of we're all kind of going through the same grind and same torture, but we all got to pull together, and that's why I was so interested and keen to. I mean, I don't know if you remember, but I was bugging you for like 6 months about my roster review, man. I was so excited.
Yeah, I know. I know.
So I think there should be more things like this. Shout out
Yes.
to AP Games. I think that he's doing something really cool with that guild idea. I think stuff
Exactly.
like that is it just. I mean, he's been talking about this for as long as I've been watching him. Just building the community up more and having more inclusive situations for everybody just to join in and have fun.
Definitely. I definitely agree. Well, man, I love having you on the show. Definitely more shows to come. And I guess anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
No, just sub to my boy Kimchi. He's a legend. I think he's the best guy in this community, and I think that more people need to listen to his advice because it's absolutely 100% facts. And there's a reason why he's 6.2 mil and he's in Kyber 2. Is it Kyber 2?
I think Kyber. I'll be in Kyber 3 after this. I forgot to play like the last rounds of 3v3, so it dropped me to Kyber 4. But I usually hang competitively in Kyber 3. I'm gonna try to shoot for Kyber 2.
Yeah, see, that's crazy, man. Like, I can't imagine
with
the
no
kind of
fleet.
matchups and stuff. So
Yeah,
there are
with no
plenty of
fleet.
people out there who have rosters that big and they don't even touch a rhodium. So
Exactly.
everybody should listen to Kimchi. He knows what he's talking about.
I
And you
appreciate
should do
that.
faction essentials, man. Shout out Zareth. I think he's also on point with everything that he talks
Yes,
about. You should do that. You should go through factions and
I agree.
gameplay and modding and certain turn orders and
Definitely.
just little things about the kits and whatnot.
I definitely agree. All right, everyone. If you're watching the whole entirety show, I appreciate you. Love you guys so much. Make sure you guys always keep on sithing. Until next time, Darth Kimchi signing out. Jope, take us away. Take us out of here.
Peace, boys.
All right, guys. See y'all later.